Namaskar. Welcome to the example number 8 for the event professional prospects. In this example, we are going to study a male chart. Who is into marketing? He started his career as a commission-based work, and he was working for some companies, small companies. Then he got job change, and one time he got a job offer in abroad. He traveled abroad for the job, and he was there for some time. Then he came back, and he lost the job. Jobless period was there, and after that he got a good offer, and he joined the job in India. Then after some time from the same company, he moved to other country, wherein they started a branch, and he has become the head of the marketing there, and he started his career there in abroad. And still as of now, and in end of 2023, I'm talking, till the time he is there in abroad only, the same company without change of job. In meanwhile, he had some business opportunities also. Along with his job, he started doing some business, and it was fine for some time. But on some period, he had a huge loss also. So that also we are going to discuss. So this example native is experienced with many such things, and I'm going to make this example study in three parts. This is going to be 8A, wherein I'm going to talk about the destiny and the general study, and also in which period he got the change of jobs. So the remaining this abroad travel job and a loss of job and business, all these things I'm going to discuss in the subsequent videos parts, that is 8B and 8C. So in this exam, we are going to study how far the key planets are more favorable, and in finding the destiny and also timing of event. And importantly, the role of the fifth house and ninth house, when they are not connected to the unfavorable houses, how they are all supportive for the job prospects also, we have to look into that. Otherwise, fifth house and ninth house in general, they are 12th house to the 6th house and 10th house. So normally people used to think that it is unfavorable for the professional prospects, but exactly it is not so. That is also we are going to discuss in this example chart. So now let us examine the birth chart for the job changes in this 8A. Example number 8A, professional prospects. In this, we are going to study the destiny and commission-based job when he joined the job and changed the jobs. We are going to discuss in this video on 8A. So let me show the periods in which he got the job change periods. So that I'm giving here, and you can note it down also. Prior to that September 2004 also, he was working in small companies. I am taking from this period when he had a change of job in September 2004. In Rahu Dasa, Saturn Bugdi Ketu Antra. And after that, after 3 years, he got a change of job in another company in January 2007. In change of job happened in Rahu, Mercury, and Venus. So after this, what are the things happen? We are going to discuss in 8B and 8C. So we are going to discuss up to this, and how far this the Dasala, Rahu, and Saturn book the Ketu Antra supported, and how far that the remaining book this did not favor for any change, and why that Mercury and Venus has acted as the change-giving periods. So let us examine the birth chart now. This is the birth chart of that male native. Before proceeding to do the detailed analysis on the self-signification and destiny DBS analysis, let us have a general discussion on the birth chart. So let me open the North Indian chart for the benefit of the North Indian chart followers. And now let us do the examination on the birth chart, general study on the birth chart. This native is born in Aries Lagna. Aries Lagna born, 10th cusp is falling in the Capricorn. So 10th cusp is ruled by Saturn as the Rasi Lord, Moon as the Star Lord, and Jupiter as the Sublord. Saturn, Moon, and Jupiter. Saturn is posted in the sign of Leo in the 5th house, 10th Lord, 11th Lord occupying 5th house, it seems to be unfavorable because it is posted in the 8th house to the 10th house, but 7th house to the 11th house. It is mixed. That Saturn in the sign of Sun, right? That Sun is conjoined with the Mercury and Moon. Sun-Mercury combination, that Mercury is 3rd Lord and 6th Lord. That is all good because this is supportive for the job prospect connected to the marketing and also communication. And Sun planet, the Rasi Lord of the Saturn, is talking about some administrative skill and also good notable position. And that Saturn, 10th Lord, is influenced by any planet. Saturn is conjoined with the Mars, that is Lagna Lord and 8th Lord. So Lagna Lord is conjoined with the 10th Lord is fine. Being the 8th Lord, it has got some obstacles. And also Jupiter and Rahu. Jupiter is 9th Lord, 12th Lord. So Jupiter is 9th Lord, 12th Lord, occupying 4th house. And Rahu also conjoined. So Rahu in the sign of Sun only. So Rahu represents Sun. So the 10th Lord planet, 11th Lord planet Saturn is influenced by the Lagna Lord is good and 8th Lord has got obstacles. 9th Lord is good to the Lagna, but 9 and 12 is supportive for the job prospects connecting to the abroad, right? So that way, these 8 and 12 grouping are indicating some obstacles to the Lagna also and trouble to some obstacles or hurdles to the 10th house matters also. So that way that and 10th Lord is well posted in the sign of Sun and also conjoined with the Mars and conjoined with the Jupiter. These Karagatu are all supportive for a notable position and commanding position. So that 8 and 12 is indicating some obstacles. Otherwise, this is supportive for the professional prospects. So no strong afflictions are present and 8 and 12 are there, but still their favorable significance are strongly present. And also the Graha Karagatva also good. 10th sublord is Jupiter. So Jupiter itself is conjoined with the 10th lord. That is also fine. Jupiter in the nakshatra of Ketu. Where is Ketu? Ketu is in the sign of Saturn only, but in the 10th house. So Jupiter connected to 10th house in the Aquarius sign. So that is also good. So 10th house significator is connected to strongly to the 10th house. It is good for the notable position. So that way it is good. So now let us examine the self-significations and then let us examine the destiny and the Sabbath periods. Now let us examine the self-significations. Let me take you to the EPS page. And let us select the self-significator and planet colors. So now we have to check each planet for the professions. I already chosen the event profession, all jobs. And we are going to study the self-signification of each planet. Ketu is occupying 10th house is good. And second planet also good. So Ketu definitely is going to be dark green planet. And Venus planet is 2-7 occupying second house, that is good. 159 star lord, it is supportive to the Lagna and some weakness to the professional progress. But 2-3-5 is favorable and 5 and 8 combination, these grouping are indicating some weakness. They can cause some changes, right? Because 5 and 8 in the sublord itself, 3-5 is fine for the type of profession. But 5 and 8 and also 5 and 9 is here. It is indicating some weakness. So that way Venus can be given pink shade. It is mixed one, favorable and unfavorable. Sun planet's 5th lord occupying Lagna. That's what you have to give importance here. 5th lord means, okay, it has got some weakness to the 6th house and 10th house, but that is not unfavorable because unless and otherwise it is connecting to the unfavorable 8th house or 12th house, it is there. In the presence of favorable, that is going to be favorable only, 5th house matters. Being the sun, in natural zodiac, 5th lord is sun only. That is the Karaga planet for the administrative skill and also creativity. occupying Lagna. So Sun in Lagna is always good for the Lagna, for the notable position. And the fifth Lord occupying Lagna means it is supportive for the Lagna's strength, and also it is supportive for the Lagna's administrative skill and also type of profession. Though 5 and 1, it seems to be, 12th house to the 6 and 2, but 5 and 1, the 2 indicated by Sun is good only. But since it is fifth Lord in the CL, and we can indicate it has got some weakness, because any other planet 10 significator in the star of Sun, it can support for change, but that is not unfavorable also, that you have to keep it in mind. Moreover, Sun represents Rahu, 4, 3, 11 and 4 all good. So Sun planet, we cannot give green because of the fifth Lord only. I prefer we can give blue color, because it is indicating some weakness to, because we will be giving some green also, some light green also. How to differentiate from that? So for that, I am giving that blue for the Sun, because it is indicating supportive. Please understand which color you are giving. It is not mandatory that you have to give blue for this and all, but you can form your own strategy, or according to the all 9 planet significations, you can comparatively you can give, and to so that you can differentiate. That is important. Moon, fourth Lord occupying Lagna and 2, 6, 10, that Karma Trikon. It is very good, right? So Moon can be given dark green. And Mars, Lagna Lord, 8th Lord occupying 4th house. 1 and 4 is fine, but in the 8th Lord, it is indicating some self obstacles, and 9th sublord, it is also a mixed significator. So pink. It is mixed means it can give changes. Venus also can support for some troubles and challenges and changes, and Mars also can support for changes. But please understand, this Mars can also support for 9th sublord, being the Lagna Lord, can support for travel also, travel abroad also, provided the other levels are supportive and with the 3, 9, 12 grouping, right? So Mars, for the job prospect, it is indicating mixed. Rahu, 4th occupant and 311 star lord and 4th sublord. It is good only. 311 cuspal star lord, and second planet 5 and 1 is present. That is already we given blue. So I feel Rahu we can give light green. And Jupiter, 9th lord, 12th lord, occupying 4th house, and 7th star lord and 10th cuspal sublord. These grouping are very good. Being the 9th lord and moving towards 4, 7, 10 are good for the professional prospect connecting to the abroad, right? So when we are going to talk about that abroad travel related, job related, travels are happening, or that 9 and 12 definitely will be supportive. But in general, for the professional prospect, this 9 and 12 house, the 2 that Jupiter is in CL is a free planet, definitely it is indicating some weakness. It can cause some changes also, right? So that way we can give pink shade. It is favorable and also with some weakness. Saturn, 10th Lord, 11th Lord occupying 5th house, and 4th cuspal star Lord and 1 and 7 cuspal sublord. These groupings are very good. 10th Lord, 11th Lord occupying 5th house. 10 is not supported to some extent because 8th house to the 10th house. But this is not further supported by 8th house or 12th house, but it is supported by 4th house and 1 and 7. And 11 is getting support of the 5. So they all favorable grouping. But because it is occupying 5th house, 10th Lord occupying 5th house, some weakness are indicated. So we can give that light green, not dark green. Mercury, 3rd Lord, 6th Lord occupying Lagna, and 8 and 12 star Lord, and 6, 11 and 12 cuspal sublord. So this 3rd Lord, 6th Lord, Mercury, the Karaga planet for the marketing, and also 6th Lord occupying Lagna, good for the professional prospects as a job, and 8 and 12 are going to give obstacles to the Lagna and also 3rd house, and 6 also will moving towards 6, 1, 8 and 12. Lagna will face some sort of struggles, and 6, 11 are favorable, and 12 sublord is not good. So it is supportive for the job prospects in abroad, but these 8 and 12 are indicating some weakness. So Mercury also we can give pink, because they also can give both favorable and some unfavorable signification because of the 8 and 12 and 12th significator indicated by this the 3-6 Lord. So this way, all the 9 planets colors we have given. So out of them, Ketu we have given green, Moon also we have given green, and Sun we have given blue because of 5 and 1. And remaining planet Venus is 5958 pink, Mars is 189 sublord is pink, Jupiter 9 and 12 is pink, and Mercury 8 and 12 and 12 it is been pink. It means it has got, I'm talking about only unfavorable grouping, but favorable also there, because of that we are giving pink. I think we're able to understand. So now let us go to the home page and check the destiny. Let me save the colors and let us go to the home page. Now we have come back to the home page. Now let us check the destiny. So prior to that, I would like to tell you that you can see 4 planets, Rahu, Jupiter, Mars, Saturn are in conjunction within the sign of Leo. And Sun, Mercury, Moon are in the conjunction in the sign of Taurus, right? So these 3 planets are conjoined, 4 planets are conjoined, and one more thing also we have to keep it in mind, that Mercury, which is in the sign of Venus, that Venus is in the sign of Mercury. So Mercury and Venus are in sign exchange also. So they are also well connected. So these 4 planets, and they are all well connected to each other. Jupiter, Rahu, Mars, Saturn are well connected, and Rahu represents Sun. So Sun is posted in the Mercury and Moon. So automatically Rahu also will connected to these 4 planets. So we can say that Rahu represents Sun. Rahu is connected to these 3 planets by conjunction, and through the Sun, it is connected to Mercury and Moon. Mercury in the sign of in Venus in sign exchange, so that Rahu is connecting to all planets. And these planets, Sun, Mercury, and Moon, they are also aspected by Saturn by way of 10th aspect. Because you can see that that Sun is aspecting, Saturn is aspecting to Sun, Mercury, Moon. So Saturn also strongly influencing Mercury and Moon by way of aspect. And these planets are also aspecting to Ketu. It means most of the planets are connected to each other. That way you have to keep it in mind. So any unfavorable planets, they are present, they will can easily influence other planets by they are connected to each other. Importantly, let us check the self-significations table. In that you can see which are the planets are these are the self-significator. You see Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Mercury. Importantly, the planet which are having some unfavorable strong grouping is 5958 cuspal sublord Venus, and Mercury 8 and 12 and 6, 12. So these 2 planets, Mercury and Venus, are in sign exchange, and also they are unfavorable significators. They are having unfavorable significator, trouble giving access to the Lagna and also the profession. And the other thing, Mars is 189, it is supportive for change, and Jupiter also supportive for changes. So these Mercury and Venus are the strong unfavorable holding houses, planets, and other Mars and Jupiter are comparatively better, but they are all supportive for changes. So that way you have to keep it in mind. So whenever such 2-3 planets are connected, conjoined, and Rahu, Ketu are also involved, obviously those planets can easily get involved by way of supports. Okay, now let us do the general studies. Destiny. Let us check. Let me erase this. Okay. Now we have to study the destiny. Let me keep open the self-significators, and also let me open the natal chart. So who are the 10th rulers? Importantly, source and result. 10th lord is Saturn, and 10th cuspal sublord is Jupiter. So Jupiter and Saturn we have to study. So which are the unfavorable key planets? That pink shade, Venus, Mars, especially Venus and Mercury, then comes Mars and Jupiter. All are favorable only, right? Now, that 10th Lord planet is Saturn, is green color. Star level, 2A level, all planets, Sun itself, it is blue. It means, first of all, this planet is not having the that Venus or Mars or Jupiter or Mercury in the rulers. That itself is good, right? It is not holding the unfavorable key planets. But the Sun is blue and representing Rahu is green. Sun is fifth lord occupying Lagna, as I was explaining. Being Sun and fifth lord occupying Lagna is supportive only. And let us check whether this Sun planet is getting the support of any other favorable key planet in these supports. How to check that? Check the planet which are there in supports of the Sun, which are the, as I said, all planets will get the easily getting the support of all planets that already we discussed. Anyway, Saturn in the sign of Sun only. Saturn being the free planet and good key planet in the sign of Sun and also aspecting to Sun by way of 10th aspect. So Saturn is forming rulerly. Both are connected, and importantly that Saturn is the 10th lord, 11th lord, occupying 5th house 4 and 1-7 cuspal sublord, representing Ketu, occupying 10th house. This is forming ruler link to all levels. So that a good key planet is giving the strength, support to the Sun. 5-1 supported by the 10th lord. So Sun is getting the 10th house significator, 11th house significator, and 4-1-7 also. So that is good. Apart from that, Sun is conjoined with the Mercury and also Moon. So please understand, unfavorable Mercury in supports, it means it is favorable with favorable and obstacle causing. Some struggle giving planet to the Lagna also connected to the Sun, and Sun will get the support of both favorable and unfavorable, and Sun in the sign of Venus, so that Venus also connected. So that planet is good, star lord also good, all levels are connected by the ruler's link planet Saturn. It is good only. But meanwhile, the Lagna sublord also, it is all good only. But that Mercury and Venus, which are some trouble-giving planets and change-causing key planet, and they are all influencing the Sun by way of supports. Apart from that, Sun is conjoined with the Moon also. Moon is strong favorable key planet, green color planet. So Sun is getting the support of Saturn also, and Sun is getting the support of the Moon also, and Rahu also. All are present. In addition to that, Mercury and Venus are also influencing. Fortunately, they are not ruling the levels. So they are going to be, a supportive planet on the favorable and unfavorable side. So the period, Dasa periods, Dasa Bhukti period, which are having the influence of this Mercury or Venus, especially in the ruler, that planet will strong enough to give the trouble, because destiny is influenced by this Mercury, Venus at all levels, right? So that way, I think you are able to understand. So overall, Lagna, 10th Lord is good. And the 10th sublord is Jupiter. Jupiter is a mixed planet, being the 9th lord, and it is supportive for professional prospects connecting to abroad, right? And Jupiter in the star of Ketu, green color planet, and 2A level planet is Mars. It is change causing key planet, and sublord is Rahu, our favorable key planet, star lord of the sublord Ketu. So planet is mixed, but star level, sub-level are favorable, and Ketu represents Saturn, our strong favorable key planet. Sublord also Rahu, it is good. And star lord of the sublord Ketu also good. So the 10th sublord planet supportive for job prospects, connecting to the marketing, because that Jupiter itself 9 and 4 and 10, and Ketu represents 10th house, and it is good for the professional prospect. And sublord is 4, 3, 11 and 4. It is supportive for marketing. And in addition to that, we have to look for the planet which are influencing the rulers of the Jupiter. Jupiter is conjoined with the Rahu. So Rahu is conjoined with the Jupiter. So that 4, 3, 11, 4 are supportive to the Jupiter. And Jupiter is conjoined with the Mars, that 1, 8, 4, 9 also connected. And Jupiter is conjoined with the Saturn, that Saturn is the 10, 11, 5, 4, and 1 and 7 in Ketu also. Jupiter also aspecting to Ketu. So Jupiter is passing its ruler link to the star lord and to a level and sublord, all planets are connected to each other. Jupiter's Rasi Lord Sun itself, the representing Rahu, that is also there. So that way that Jupiter is well connected to the favorable key planets and also the role of the unfavorable, our trouble-giving planets. Venus, Jupiter already pink shade. What about Mars also pink? And Mercury and Venus role, whether they are all present in the rulers, we have to check. Rulers are not having that Mercury and Venus. You can look at both Venus and Mercury are free planets. So their role is limited. Only as a sublord we can act, or sublord it can act, or through the supports only we can do it. So we have to check whether Jupiter is under the influence of the that Mercury and Venus. So Venus, Mercury, the sign exchange, and Jupiter Rasi Lord. No, sublord is Rahu, represented by Sun. That Sun is conjoined with the Mercury and also in the sign of Venus, sign exchange planet. So Mercury and Venus role are there for the Rahu in the supports. So that way that what do you call that Rasi Lord is well connected. Jupiter's Rasi Lord is well connected to the Mercury and Venus. So indirectly, Mercury, Venus are present to the Jupiter also, and sublord also influencing that. So Jupiter will have the change causing key planets impact through the supports, and also it has got favorable grouping also there strongly. So that way that Jupiter planet has got a strong favorable key planets in the rulers, and what do you call that? Where is the role of Moon? Favorable key planet. Moon also will connected to the sublord planet. Rahu representing Sun is conjoined with the Moon. So that way they are all connected, and the unfavorable key planet or trouble giving planet or change causing key planet, which are there in the Jupiter Dasa is Jupiter is mixed one, and Mars is there only at the 12 level planet, and the other unfavorable key planet Mercury and Venus are present influencing the sublord Rahu and also indirectly the Jupiter through the Rasi Lord. So that way Venus and Mercury role are present but not directly, only by way of supports. So influencing planet. So definitely in the Jupiter Dasa, the Buddhis, which is under the role of influence of the Mercury and Venus, definitely that Buddhi will give the trouble during that Rahu Dasa. I mean, suppose Rahu is going to act, right, as the Dasa Lord. You understand? So that is what that destiny is indicating. Destiny is favorable for the notable job prospect connecting to the marketing, and also it is supportive for professional prospects in abroad, and also under the influence of the unfavorable Mercury and Venus indirectly. So their role will be which are the Dasa Buddhi are having that Venus and Mercury, definitely they will give their impact. I think you're able to understand. Now we have studied the destiny. Now let us go and study the Dasa period, in which period he got his first job. We are going to study, he got the job, as I was, showing in the slide, he got the job change, first job change he had in the Rahu Dasa, in Saturn Buddhi, in Ketu Antra, in September 2004. Now let us examine. Prior to that, he was working for some company, but I am taking, particularly for this period, in 2004 September. Let me note it down. 2004 September. Rahu, Saturn, and Ketu. this period he got the change and change cast planet. But since the Ketu is small planet, small Antra period, after the notification period, he can join in the next Antra also. But these the planet which are causing changes. Now we have to check that how come he got the change of job during this Rahu, Saturn, and Ketu. Now let us first check the Dasa Lord Rahu. Rahu, how it is? Let me open the birth chart. It is always required so that we will not miss any support planets. And let me open the... Yes. Okay. Rahu is good. Star level is Ketu is good. And 2A level is Mars. It's got some weakness, but sublord is Venus. Our unfavorable Venus is there at the sublord. It is clearly indicating that native will have a good job prospects, but this 2A level and sublord Venus itself is indicating instability, challenge causing key planet, change causing planets or Venus is playing. Venus is indirectly conjoined with the Mercury, so we know that not indirectly conjoined, sign exchange with the Mercury. And Ketu represents Saturn, and Saturn is aspecting to Mercury, and Rahu is conjoined with the Saturn. They are all connected to each other. They are all connected. And Venus, the planet, sign exchange with the Mercury, and it is also influencing the Rahu by way of Sun, because Sun is posted in the sign of Venus, and Venus is passing its ruler link to the Sun also by way of, to Rahu also by way of Sun. So as already discussed, the role of the Venus and Mercury are influencing the Sun, Moon, and indirectly the Rahu and this whole planet. Saturn is also aspecting to them. That way they are all indicating some weakness. So it means what? Rahu Dasa is indicating favorable, along with that in the result giving planet it is unfavorable mixed planet. So it is supportive for changes and challenges, right? So now in Rahu Dasa, it is said that the native got the job in Saturn Bhukti. Let us take Saturn. Saturn planet is, you can see the Saturn in the all rulers, it is not having any of the unfavorable Venus or Mercury. That is good, right? So that unfavorable key planets of the Dasa Lords are not playing role here. Which are the favorable key planets of the Dasa Lord for the job? Rahu green and Ketu and Saturn. Strongly Rahu, Ketu and Saturn are playing. Here you can see Saturn itself is playing, and Rahu by way of Sun is playing at all levels, and all are passing supported by way of ruler link, because Saturn the sign of Sun only, and Rahu also connected to that. So that all the planets and Sun is aspecting. Where is Sun? Sun is, of course, Sun is conjoined with the Venus and Mercury, and indirectly by Venus. Unfavorable planets are only by way of supports, but all the rulers are good, and they are the key planets of the Dasa Lord. So that Saturn can support for the, job during each period. It can also support for changes by way of each planet, Venus and Mercury, right? Venus and Mercury are influencing Sun. So that way, that change causing key planet we have studied. Now, it is said that the native got the change of job in Ketu Antra. Let us check in Ketu Antra. Ketu is the favorable key planet of the Bugdi Lord, and star level Mars and sub level Mercury. So first point, we have to check how come the Ketu from top to down supportive for change. The next point, we have to check whether that Antra Lord is holding the change causing key planets and also favorable planets in their rulers. Please understand, when the Bugdi Lord is having all favorable, no unfavorable or change causing key planets are directly ruling, Antra Lord will have the change causing key planets in the ruler and also favorable key planets in the rulers and also in supports. Suppose the Bugdi Lord is having both favorable and unfavorable, the Antra Lord will be having that favorable only so that it will execute. It means that both Bugdi and Antra should not have the strong unfavorable grouping. It should have either this or that. So then only they will support to each other. So now that Ketu is 10th occupant, good, and star level is 1849, it is going to give supportive for change, right? This planet 1849 is supportive for change, also supportive for travel abroad, also you have to keep it in mind. Mars in the star of Ketu, again supported by Ketu, favorable. And sublord is Mercury, 3, 6, 8, 12, 6, 11, 12. They are all having supportive significations for the 1849, supporting to the changes. Moreover, where is the role of that Venus? Mercury is in sign exchange with the Venus. So Venus's role is here, right? So that way that Mercury in the star of Sun is also supportive. So by rulers itself, combined study, Ketu in the star and sub of planet supportive for changes, and role of the Venus is playing role at the sub level, and that way it is good, right? Star level, I mean that Mars is also having some weakness, supportive for change. Two pink shade planets are ruling the star level and sub level. And where is the role of the favorable key planet? Saturn here. Saturn itself is playing role here, right? By way of a second planet. In addition to that, if you check the natal chart, where is Saturn posted? Saturn is conjoined with the Mars. So Saturn is passing rodal link to the star level Mars, which is having some change causing key planet. It is supported by Saturn. Mercury is supported by the conjoined planet Sun and Moon. Moon is favorable, and Mercury is conjoined with the sign exchange with the Venus, which is mixed. So this Ketu, starting with the 10th house, supportive for changes, and also it is under the influence of the unfavorable key planets of the Bugdi Lord, Venus and Mercury in the rulers itself, and also apart from that, Mars also playing. Unfavorable key planets are also strongly influencing the Antra Lord. So during that Saturn Bugdi Ketu Antra in September 2004, he got a new job, applied for a job, he got a new job, and of course he joined the job in October 2004 during this Venus Antra. Venus is mixed one, right? It is actually, if you look at Venus is supportive for change causing planet. In the star of Rahu, Ketu are all favorable. So that way in Venus Antra, he joined the job, right? So now he has got the change of job in Rahu Dasa, Saturn Bugdi, and Ketu Antra. After Rahu Dasa, Saturn Bugdi, he will be running that Mercury Bugdi. Whether Mercury Bugdi is strong enough to give the change. Let me clear this one so that we'll have space to write. So we have studied Saturn Dasa, Rahu Dasa, Saturn Bugdi, Ketu Antra. Now we are going to study after that in January 2007, he got a change of job in Rahu Dasa itself. In Rahu Dasa, after Saturn Bugdi, Mercury Bugdi will run. Whether Mercury is favorable for change of job, Mercury, let us study the Mercury. Mercury is third lord, sixth lord is a mixed planet, having got favorable with obstacles causing planet. And please keep it in mind, Mercury in sign exchange with the other unfavorable Venus, right? Influenced by Venus, that Mercury is already having some weakness, influenced by Venus further. And Mercury is conjoined with the moon also, and Mercury is conjoined with the sun also. Mercury in the star of sun, 12 level sun. Sun is supportive, definitely, but third lord, sixth lord occupying Lagna in the star of 5 and 1. It can also, third is further supported by fifth house. Six is, it is indicating some weakness, but connected to Lagna, it is supportive for change also, right? So Mercury Bugdi is also supportive for change by the source planet connected to Venus, and also star level planet also influenced by the Mercury, and also Venus also influencing the star lord. So Venus playing role at the planet level, star level, 2A level, unfavorable, that 5-8 significator, right? This Venus is influencing the source, effect, and result. All are having that other unfavorable house also. And sublord planet is Jupiter, ninth lord, 12th lord occupying fourth house, seventh star lord and 10th sublord. This is good only, but this grouping, it is supportive for change also, right? Jupiter is conjoined with the Mars, right? So Mars is another unfavorable or change causing key planet, ninth sublord. So Jupiter is influenced by Mars. That we have to keep it in mind. So the unfavorable key planets are influencing the Bugdilad is Mercury and Jupiter source level and result level, and other planet Venus is influencing at the supports at 3 levels, and sublord is influenced by Mars. So definitely during that Mercury Bugdi, Rahu Dasa, Mercury Bugdi, the native will have the change of job. Look at that Rahu Dasa, which are the unfavorable key planet, Mars and Venus. Venus is influencing the Dasa Bugdi Lord. Dasa Lord's key planet Venus is influencing the Bugdi Lord, and also that Mars also influencing that. So definitely that Bugdi will give the change of job during that period. Otherwise, it is all having favorable grouping, and because Sun is connected to the Jupiter, because Jupiter in the sign of Sun only. So Sun will be getting the support of the Jupiter. It is both favorable, and 4, 7, 10 cuspal sublord. Good, no? They are all going to support along with some changes, right? So now we have to check the which antra. In Ragu Dasa, Mercury Bugdi, which antra is favorable? As I already said that Rahu, the Mercury Bugdi source is having straight away some weak significator. This planet, this Mercury planet is not talking about strongly about the fifth house, or is not present, but it is supportive for third house, third lord Alagna connected to the Venus. It can support for change because third is also one of the important planet for change. So the star level planet, all planets are good, and sub-level again is weak. So definitely Antara should be comparatively better than the Bugdi Lord. So Antara Lord should have the strong favorable key planets for the change, and also good key planets for the job. So if you look at that Ketu, under the Saturn, Bugdi Ketu has supported. But in Ketu, star level and sub level, Mars and Mercury are playing. So this Mercury itself, that unfavorable K planet of the, not unfavorable, it is some mixed significator, a trouble giving planet is at the sub level, it is playing. And star lord also having again some unfavorable. So this is not strongly supportive for the change of job under Mercury, because here also 2 levels mixed. Here also 2 levels mixed. And that is a unfavorable K planet is playing the primary levels at the Antara Lord will not be favorable, right? And look at that Venus. Venus is influencing the Mercury. That is acting as the source planet only. That is good. Mercury is influenced by Venus. Venus is influencing all the levels, planet level, star level, sub level. That Venus acting as the Antara. Now look at the star level, 2A level, sub level, all are having favorable key planets only. So it means source is ruled by the unfavorable key planet or change causing key planet, which are influencing the Mercury, that is playing role at the source, and star level and sub level planet or favorable key planet, the two Sun, Rahu, Ketu, Saturn. So you can see they are only ruling here. So definitely this planet is supportive for change, means other levels are going to be favorable with the favorable houses. So in the Ragu Dasa, Mercury Bugdi, Venus Antra in January 2007. Let me note it down. Rahu Dasa, Mercury Bugdi and Venus Antra in January 2007. We got the change of job. So Mercury and Venus are both are sign exchange planet, and favorable K planets are playing role here. So that way they are well connected, and Andhra Lord is good at the star level and sub level with the favorable K planets of the Bugdi Lord. So Bugdilad has got some weakness, so Andhra Lord is comparatively better. It is going to give the favorable job change. I think you are able to understand. So far we have discussed the job change during that Rahu, Saturn, Ketu, and after that Rahu, Mercury, Venus. So that we have discussed through the key planets with the help of the EPS tables. Now the same thing let us examine with the help of the PILT table, right? How the key planets are strong enough in identifying the destiny and also change causing periods. We will check with the PILT table. Let us now check with the PILT table. Let me take you to the PILT page now. Now we are on the PILT page. Let me open the self-significators. And we already selected EPS colors, so that the colors whatever we have selected in the EPS page, we have that is the only shown here. And let us check KP check all. So all planets will get the respective colors. Now let us check the destiny planet or under the influence of favorable or unfavorable, right? Which are the unfavorable key planets? We already know that that pink shade, Venus, Mars, importantly Venus and Mercury. Then comes the Jupiter and Mars. They are all secondary, but Venus and Mercury are the strong unfavorable. 10th Lord planet is Saturn, 10th sublord is Jupiter. So we have to check the 10th sublord Jupiter. 12 level is Mars, but star level are favorable, sub level also favorable, and also having got all planets in supports. Favorable key planets Saturn and Ketu, they are all in supports. Rahu all in the supports of all the levels. Star level is good, sub level is good, and unfavorable that planets Mercury and Venus. Role of Mercury and Venus are not there for the 10th Lord planet directly, right? Ketu, whenever we check a node, Ketu or Rahu, we have to check their Rasi Lord if they are connected to the other planets. So Ketu sign Lord is Saturn. Check the Saturn. Saturn has got Venus also and Mercury also. So indirectly, through the Rasi Lord, Ketu is getting. Similarly, Rahu sign exchange, sorry, in the sign of Sun, look at Sun, whether Sun is connected to the unfavorable. Sun is in the sign of Venus only, and definitely it will be there in support because it is, let me scroll and see. Yes, you can see Sun is also having Mercury in its support. So that Rahu and Ketu, they are connected to the unfavorable planets through their Rasi Lord. So it is only going to be secondary. So otherwise, the 10th sublord planet is good, right? 10th sublord is good, na? That is Jupiter. 10th Lord planet Saturn, 10th Lord planet Saturn also you can see. Saturn in the star and sub of the planet, which are all green, blue color planet supportive. And this Sun is getting the Ketu, Moon, Rahu, Saturn, all the green planets, and also all the mixed planets, unfavorable planets. So Sun is going to get both favorable and unfavorable, right? Venus, Mars, and Jupiter and Mercury. And the Saturn planet also having the Venus and Mercury, and Saturn is there in the other levels also. It means they are all getting the support of the Saturn by way of ruler's link. So 10th Lord planet also favorable. In short, unfavorable key planets, Venus and Mercury strongly, they are not directly ruling the destiny planets, but they are all influencing the destiny planet by way of supports. So that is what we could see that. So now we have to check the which dasa we are going to study. We studied while we are studying the EPS table, we studied the native got the change of job, first change of job during Rahu dasa and Saturn Buddhi and Ketu, Antara, the first job, change. Second job is Rahu and Mercury and Venus. Within the Rahu, Rahu Dasa, first change of job change got in Rahu, Saturn, Rahu, Mercury. We are going to study only up to Mercury. After Rahu, Mercury, Rahu, Ketu will start. That we are going to study in the next video, part number B. 8B we are going to discuss. Now let us check Rahu. Rahu's favorable key planet Rahu present, Ketu Saturn is present, and Rahu's last level is present. And also you can see Saturn is here, Saturn is here, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, Moon and Rahu, Ketu, Saturn. So I already said Ketu represents Saturn, that Saturn is getting all the other favorable and also unfavorable key planet. So that way Rahu, so the star level, it is good, and Rahu also good. And look at the 2A level and the sub-level planet Mars and Venus. Importantly, Venus is the some unfavorable key planet and representing that Mercury, because sign exchange with it. Venus and Mercury, and look at whether they are all influencing the other planets by way of supports. Fortunately, they are not influencing other planet directly. But Ketu represents Saturn. Saturn has got the Venus and Mercury in its supports. And Rahu is having Sun, representing Sun. Sun also having the Venus and Mercury in supports. So that unfavorable Venus is at the sub-level. It is important. Definitely it will support for change. And other unfavorable Mercury also through the support it is present. So Rahu Dasa is going to be good, but it is not going to be very good because of these unfavorable role of the Venus and also other unfavorable planets in supports. So now we have checked the Rahu Dasa. Bugdi Lord is which one? Saturn. Saturn is good. The favorable key planet of the Rahu Dasa is Ketu, Saturn, Rahu, and this strongly present, and other favorable key planets are in supports. Saturn itself playing. And what about Sun? Rahu represents Sun. So Sun itself at all levels. So this Bugdi Lord is good at the source, and all the remaining levels are favorable. That representing the Rahu, the Dasa Lord, by way of Sun. And in addition to that, all the favorable key planets of the Dasa Lord are all playing role, right? So that role of the unfavorable key planet Venus, Dasa Lord's unfavorable key planet Venus is playing role here, not directly, but it is there in support of all levels. So this is under the influence of the unfavorable planet Venus, and of course by way of support Mercury also. So both the planets are influencing all levels by way of supports. So since Dasa Lord already given the green signal for change, that change causing key planet is influencing the Bugdi Lord, that in Antara Lord, which is also having under the influence of the Venus and Mercury, especially because Bugdi Lord is not having that change causing key planet in the ruler directly. Definitely that Antara Lord will have the impact of the ruler or role of the ruler in role of the unfavorable key planet in the ruler itself, and also favorable key planets. So Saturn in Bugdi Lord, which is the favorable key planet? Saturn, right? And which are the favorable other key planets? Sun. So Saturn, Sun are strongly favorable, and other favorable key planets are present in supports, and strong unfavorable are Venus and Mercury are playing role. Now look at the Ketu. Ketu is good. Saturn, that Bugdi Lord's favorable key planet Saturn is present by way of Ketu, Saturn, and the Sun is also present at the last level, and Sun is also there in the second level planet by way of Rasi Lord, and it is also there in the sublord in the support, and Sun is also passing ruler link. So the favorable key planet, the supportive key planet for the Dasa Lord is also playing role with the ruler's link, and importantly, all other rulers are having that the Saturn in its supports also, right? So Ketu represents Saturn. So both Saturn and Sun's role are present. And in addition to that, the unfavorable key planet Venus and Mercury role is present or not. Venus, Mars, all are playing. No? Here you can see Mars itself at the star level, and sub-level is Mercury representing Venus. So that Mars is playing, Jupiter, all are playing role here. So that way, the Saturn's unfavorable key planet, which are influencing the Bugdi Lord, which is playing role as the support planets, right? And ruler also and support planets also. That way, that Saturn, Bugdi, and Ketu Antra, he inclined towards changes. He got the job also. Then he joined the job in Venus Antra, as I said, because it's going to be a small period. He really changed the job in Venus Antra. So now we have studied that Saturn Bugdi under Rahu Dasa. Now let us check the other Bugdi, that is after that Saturn is Mercury. Look at Mercury is having any unfavorable on its own. Yes, Mercury itself and Venus at all levels are present, and Jupiter is the sublord. So both the Mercury and Jupiter are the rulers of the first level and sub-level, and other key planets, Venus, are playing role at the supports. And of course, this Mercury will be there in the support of the Sun also. Already we discussed, if I scroll to the right, you can see that Sun is having that, sorry. Sun is having that Mercury, right? Mercury is there. So because of that, Mercury planet, star level, sub-level, it is forming ruler link because of their present in the supports. So the strong favorable key planet, unfavorable key planet is Mercury representing Venus and sublord Jupiter, all are playing role here. So under Jupiter, the Rahu Dasa, Mercury is strong enough. In the Rahu's unfavorable key planet, Venus is playing role here when the supports at all levels. And now in the Bugdi Lord Mercury, which Antra will favor for the change? Mercury already having some weakness at all levels influenced by the planet. So definitely the Antra Lord should be comparatively better, not like this. The role of the unfavorable should be playing role in the Antra. Antra should indicate change, but should be having favorable, strong key planets in the rulers, because that Bhuktila itself has got weakness. You remember when we are studying about the Saturn, Saturn is not under the rule of the strong unfavorable directly, but under the influence of the unfavorable key planet. So Antra, which is having the unfavorable key planet direct ruler and also favorable key planets. Here in Mercury, it is already having weakness, so Antral will be comparatively better. So in Mercury, Ketu did not give the change, only in Mercury, Venus got the change. Mercury planet under the influence of Venus, okay, all levels are favorable. Okay, Rahu, Ketu, Sun, Saturn are playing. So that Sun is playing role here, and all the favorable key planets are playing in the supports. The favorable key planets which are supporting the Bugdi Lord, they are playing as the ruler in the Antra, and the unfavorable key planet which are influencing the Bugdi Lord, they are playing as the support and also ruler. So that way that Mercury and Venus in Rahu Dasa, Mercury Bugdi Venus Antra, he got the change of job. I think you're able to understand how to find the role of the key planets and role of the their role in Bugdi and Antra. I think you're able to understand. So with this, we complete this example number 8A video. We'll meet in the next video, about the remaining events. So we'll see in the next video. Good luck.